Hello everybody, my name is Cameron Earl, and welcome back to the Ultimate Villainous Tournament. In this episode, I am going to be bringing to you Maleficent, the easy one, Captain Hook from Introduction to Evil, Queen of Hearts, and Jafar. So yes, we got 4 classic villains here, with one that got tweaked a little bit. And we're just going to get right into it. We got 3 rounds of round 2, or after this. No, right? This is the 4th round. We got 3 rounds of round 2 left. Or 3 games of round 2, I should say. And, it's a bit of a mess now, but I did add the 4-player slots to the tournament for when the new 3 villains get here at the beginning of July. And then this is just all going to get expanded. So now the 2-player game ain't here. I added a 3rd to it, and the 2-player game is now down here because we're going to need an extra game for these to figure it out. So basically, there's just 3 extra matches. So it went from 29 matches to 32 matches. But yeah, we're going to get right into it. And Maleficent start off with what I would say is a pretty average Maleficent hand. I'm just going to go straight over to the Forest. Gain 3, I'm going to spend 2, and I'll play the Forest of Thorns to... I'll play it here. I'll discard 2, and then I will play Vanish, so I do not have to move on my next turn. I still have yet to find my little bag. Alright, we got Cackling Goon, Sinister Goon, Dreamless Sleep, and Tyranny. Alright. Here now to Captain Hook. Introduction to Evil. Might be my most hated villain. Definitely up there. I don't find this version of Captain Hook fun at all. I don't actually really know what the strategy with him is, except just find the map. So, we're just going to go to Mermaid Lagoon. And we are going to have to take out some heroes eventually. So, I'll just spend 3, the 3 power I would gain, and put those there. And that's pretty much it. Draw, we get another Oak's Case and a Swashbuckler. Alright, dodge the Wi-Fi box. Alright, Queen of Hearts now. What did she start out with? Let's see, we got Card Guard Diamond, the King, by order of the Queen, and Judgment. Can she play Judgment? She cannot. Maleficent also had that condition that had to do with allies. Yeah, both of these are 3 or more allies, which, oh no, I dropped a card. I mean, it will definitely be able to be used at some point, so. I'm going to Hedge Maze, gain 3. I'll spend 2 to play the King, and that'll mean that I have to pay nothing to play this Card Guard Diamond, and then I will spend the other power to 3 that I haven't grabbed to activate it. We end with these 2 cards, and we draw back up another Card Guard, Diamond, and Fury. Alright. We're here now to Jafar. And Jafar has started with quite the hand, let me tell you. So I'm just going to go over to Streets of Agrabah. Gain 1, I'm going to spend 1 to play Scrying, and I'm going to choose Item. We get Scrying again. Necessary Sacrifice, Scimitar. Alright, we're going to discard those, and then we're going to place this entire hand in the discard pile. And do I fate already? I think I do. I think I'm going to fate Maleficent. So, oh wait, no. My rule is no fading on the first round. Never mind. Didn't make that little rule for myself. No fading on the first round. Alright. So we draw a Scrying, a necessary sacrifice, Hypnotize, and a Sorcerer's Power. Alright, well at least we got Scrying, which is probably my favorite card to play as Jafar. I really like playing Scrying. Alright. Go over here to Maleficent. I don't have to move, so I'm just going to gain 3 and spend 3, and I'll play Dreamless Sleep to the Cottage. And I'll discard 2 cards. And I'll draw back up. We get Dragon Form, Vanish, and Sinister Goon. Alright. Over here now. Captain Hook time. We get... I don't even know what to do, really. We're going to go here, gain 1. I'll spend 2 just to play a Hook's Case to Skull Rock. And I'll just use that to gain 1 of that power back. And then I'll discard 2 cards, but I'll keep the cannon. Get 2, give them a Scares, which is always nice, and Swashbuckler. We don't have to play the Neverland map to find Peter Pan. We just have to make sure that we actually find him. That's the difference here. Because the Neverland map actually hinders us in the long run. Okay, so back over to Queen of Hearts. No one has had 3 allies yet. I think I'm just going to go like Rabbit's House, gain 1, spend nothing to play this, and then activate it. And I don't have a discard there, actually. So I will Fate Maleficent, though. And Maleficent does have a condition as well. So being that that's the end of the Queen of Hearts turn, we just draw a Take a Shot. We are going to go over there real quick. Ah. So first off, here's the condition. You may play Tyranny, draw 3 cards in your hand, then discard any 3 cards. So, boom, boom, boom. I can discard any 3 cards. I'm going to discard these 3. And then I'm going to play Tyranny again. Draw 3 cards and discard any 3 cards. And my cat's on the table. Come on, man. The amount of times I had to take him off this table before. Are you kidding me? Listen, cat. Okay. So, he's over there now. Now we got to discard 3 cards. Ooh. Ooh. I might have actually screwed myself with this. We'll discard Forest, Dragon Form, and Vanish. Keep the staff. Alright, this is what we got to work with. Don't do it. Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me. Come on, cat. You were doing so good. Okay. Hopefully he stays there for a while. Alright, we don't draw back up, because obviously it's not even her turn. But we are fading her. Let's not forget. We get guards and the Sword of Truth, but we have to play the guards. I'll play him to the forest. Alright. But in reality, it is Jafar's turn. We'll go to the Oasis, we'll gain 3. We'll spend 1 to play Scrying. We'll choose item, of course. A Snake in Eye, a Palace Guard, Scarab Pendant, nice. So we'll instantly spend 3 to play that Scarab Pendant. Right here, and we will unlock the Cave of Wonders. And we get to drop the 5 cards now. We draw another Sorcerer's Power and a Scimitar. Alrighty. Now all we have to do is focus on finding that lamp. Gaining hella money. Over to Maleficent now. I'm going to go over to Briar Rose's cottage, gain 2, and I'm going to spend 3 to play a Dreamless Sleep to the forest. And I kind of wish I discarded the staff, but I didn't. We draw Forest of Thorns, Malice, and Cackling Goon. Maleficent's already so close to winning. So, we gotta fix that. Because, oh yeah, I forgot. The cat destroyed Captain Hook's board. No. He loves this table. This table's the only high place up he can actually jump. So he loves this table. Which might make filming videos a hindrance, but we'll figure out a way to deal with it eventually. I might just have to live with it, you know? I mean, I'm going to have to live with it. But maybe we'll get another table that he can jump up on and have fun on. Alright. I'm going to go over to the Mermaid Lagoon. Gain 3. I'm going to spend 1 to play. Give them a scare. Grab these 2 power. Look at the top 2 cards of fate. I can either discard both or return the rest to the top in any order. We get Lost Boys and Peter Pan. Okay. Well, we're going to put Peter Pan on top then. And I will just spend 1 to play another Swashbuckler to the Jolly Roger. I'll also move Hook's case over to gain that 1 power back. And we draw Worthy Opponent and give him a scare. Alright. So now the villains at the table have seen that Captain Hook has put those cards back. And are like, whoa. Let's see here. Queen of Hearts has nothing to do though. So I think we're going to go over to Tolgi. Discard my entire hand. And who do I want to fate? I mean, I think the obvious choice here is Maleficent. All right, fate Maleficent. We get more guards. Oh my god. Okay. We'll place them to the cottage. They are getting negative strengths because of Dreamless Sleep, but it doesn't really mean... At least they're there. And Maleficent doesn't have no allies. So we're going to draw... Back up. We get 2 spears, a spade, and an off with their heads. Alright. Over here now with Jafar. I think immediately what I do is I go to the Streets of Agrabah. Gain 1. Drawing 5 cards is nice, but I'm playing Necessary Sacrifice to get rid of the pendant to gain 3 power. So we're going to get 4 power total this turn, which is just enough to pay for the lamp. And then I'm going to discard the rest of my hand. I got both Hypnotizes in my discard, but I can always get them back. 34. And we're going to Fate Maleficent again. We draw Deception, which Jafar cannot play. Gazim, Razul, and the Hourglass. Alright. Let's Fate Maleficent again. We finally get somebody. Aurora and Fauna. We'll play Aurora to the Forbidden Mountains. If it is a hero, play it. Otherwise, return it to the top of the deck. It is Merryweather. Curses cannot be played, and we'll play her there. Alright. I think we finally slowed Maleficent down a little bit. Alright, I'll be right back. And now it's over to Maleficent. Curses cannot be played. The Merryweather's location. My relocate is covered up. So I think I'll at least have to take out... Oh, she has a move item card there. Go. to the Forest of Thorns, gain 3, and spend 1 to play Cackling Goon. And then I think that's going to have to be it, but I do have a plan. Alright. Back over to Hook. Hook, they're going to also have to start focusing on here in a second because he's going to the Lost Boys hideout, gaining 2, spending nothing to play Worthy Opponent, which will give him 2 more power. Reveal cards from the top of your deck until you reveal a hero. Play that hero, discard the rest. And of course, the top card is Peter Pan, who is coming out. And then Captain Hook's immediately going to move him. And I'll say, let's fate Queen of Hearts. Her fate deck doesn't do much to her, so let's try to build up some pressure while we can. And we draw a Pirate Brute to end the turn out with. Captain Hook has, with just 1 turn, swung to be the closest to winning. Alright, so we are fading the Queen of Hearts. Yeah, Alice, it makes you larger. We're going to play Alice to the Hedge Maze. Cauldron might be in the way a little bit. Yeah, we're going to play Alice to the Hedge Maze. In that case, let's go over to the Courtyard, gain 2, spend 2 to play a Spade. And then we'll discard a Spear and an Off with Your Head. Oh, no, I only spend 1 to play that Spade because of the King. And then we'll draw back up. We draw Makes You Smaller, Off of Your Head, and a card to guard Heart. Right. You know, it's Jafar, and I'll be right back. Oh, no, never mind. Just wanted to see where the cat was. He's over there. Alright. Once again, I don't think... Yeah, nobody's had anything I can play Deception with. So I think I just go to the Cave of Wonders, gain 2, gain 2, discard my whole hand. And that shall be it for Jafar. We draw it up. We're almost all the way through his deck here. We got that much left. We draw Deception, Iago, Snake Eye, and Snake Staff. Snake Staff's definitely something we will have to get out on our board. And we only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards left. One of these is the lamp. There's a 5th of his deck left. One of those is the lamp. Alright. Over here now to Maleficent. We're going to go Fake Wish these cards. The Cackling Goon. And then I do have money that I can use to play a card. So I'm just going to spend 2 and put a Forest of Thorns down to the forest. That's going to be it for Maleficent. She draws a Cackling Goon. Alright. Captain Hook's turn again. He does not have the Ingenious Device yet, but I am going to go to Skull Rock, gain 1. I will spend 3 to play a Pirate Brute, and I will discard 2 cards, and we will draw back up. Get me another Pirate Brute, and Cunning. If a player has an ally with a strength of 3 or more, which the Queen of Hearts does, he may play Cunning, play an ally from your hand for free. I'll use that, and I'll play another Pirate Brute too. Let's play him to the Lost Boys hideout. Alright. Cat's back on the table. He's going to lay down on everything. He's over there. He's a fluffy kitty. Alright, at least we could take a few turns with him being there. Alright. As long as he doesn't bring a claws out. His nails did get cut last night, so he shouldn't poke holes in anything. But anyway, let's see. Let's go. I do want to shrink Alice. So let's do that. Let's go to White Rabbit's house. Let's gain one. Let's gain one, spend one to play Card Guard of Hearts because that's obviously gets taken down. Oh wait, no, we're not playing them. We're spending one to play, or we're spending two to play Makes You Smaller. And we're gonna open up this activate here with Alice. And then we're gonna activate this for another power. There we go. And we do have a fade action. I'm gonna fade Captain Hook. So let's go back over here to Captain Hook real quick. Alright. So we got Lost Boys and a Wendy. I'll play Wendy to the hideout. I'll cover up that location so Captain Hook can't do much there. Not the best fate. We didn't get the best heroes. I mean, Lost Boys' ability really only affects them. And Wendy affects Peter Pan, but not that much. Alright, back over to him. Hi, kitty. Oh my god. You had to do that. Alright, back over here to Jafar. Let's see here. I'm going to have to lint roll this whole table. Creator Jafar, we do got Iago and Snake Staff. I think I'm just going to go here. Gain 3. And I'll spend 2 to play the Snake Staff to the Palace. And I'll spend 1 to play Iago to the Cave of Wonders. We're going to drop. There's the lamp. We get the magic lamp. And we get the giant hourglass. Alright, and now it's time for Kitty to move. Come here. Sorry. No, don't do it. You gotta be kidding me. We'll play this game the whole video, Cat. No, you gotta be. You were so ridiculous. You have the inability to learn. Don't make me put you in the room. He's so adorable, but I can't have him up here. Alright. Oh my god. You gotta be serious. You can't be serious right now. Oh my god, come on, man. Go. Get out of here. Go. Hang on. Okay. So it's Maleficent's turn now. Let's see here. I think I know what I want to do. Probably just gonna go here. I'm gonna move. Let's move Dreamless Sleep over. Let's gain 2. And let's spend 1 to play a Cackling Goon to King Stefan's castle. He'll get +1 strength and she'll get -2 strength. And actually, we're going to discard. We don't really need a staff at this point. So we're just going to discard that. We'll get Green Fire, Savage Goon, and Green Fire again. All our expensive curses are coming out now. Pretty sure we got all the Forest of Thorns that we have out, so makes sense. Back over to Captain Hook now. Just going to go to Lost Boys Hideout, move Peter Pan over, and we'll play Shmee for 2 power. Alright. Getting dangerously close over there. We got Mr. Starkey, Cutlass, and Cannon. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. There's so much fur everywhere now. I'm gonna have to lint roll. Alright. Go over here now. Go to the hedge maze, gain 3, spend 2 to play a card guard heart, or actually just 1 because of the king. I keep forgetting about the king. And then spend 1 to activate it. And that's pretty much all that we can do there. So I'm going to draw, and we get a card guard club. So now we just need to find a take a shot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 12. So 2 of these 12 cards are take a shots. We're here now, Jafar. I have the chair over here now. So Jafar does finally have the lamp, which is nice. So I think what I'm thinking is that I should have played Iago to the Oasis. But just discard instead. And go to the Streets of Agrabah. Yeah, Streets of Agrabah. Gain 1, spend 4. It is now time to bring the lamp out, which means it's also time to bring the genie out. Where was the genie? He was going to be the first fate, actually. The genie's there. He will gain +2 strength. I have these strength tokens, but I don't really need to use them. And we'll start the whole hand, actually. 2, 3, 4. Discard Scimitar and sacrifice Palace Guard. Alright. Over here now. Back to Maleficent. I'll go over here and I'm going to vanquish Merryweather. Clearing up the clutter on my board. Little by little at a time. Gain 1. I do have to fate. Hang on. Ridiculous cat. He wants so bad to be on this table right now. Alright. Over here now. We are fading Captain Hook. So we're just going to go over here then. We get Pixie Dust and Splitting Headache, which doesn't do much. So we're just going to play Pixie Dust on Peter Pan. So Peter Pan now has 11 strength. He can get up to 15. But I think I might I pretty much have that beat. So oh wow, really? I actually just get to do this. Alright, I'll go over here to Jolly Roger, gain 1. I'll spend 2 to play Mr. Starkey. When he's played, I can move a hero from his location to an adjacent location. Peter Pan's over here, and then I'm going to take all these guys and just vanquish Peter Pan to make Captain Hook the early winner of the game. Only a half hour in. We ain't even trying to speedrun this one. Man, I miss old Captain Hook so bad. Old Captain Hook, you actually had to find the Neverland map, and you didn't have to then kill another hero to get Peter Pan out. I don't know. I just don't see why they changed him, honestly. He was a villain that did not need changing. Like, I'm glad that they changed up Prince John and Ursula. I think they made Maleficent worse. And Captain Hook just, was unnecessary. Alright. We're here now to the Queen of Hearts. Um. So we don't have a thing yet. You gotta take a shot. So I'm just gonna go to Courtyard. Gain 2, spend nothing to play a card guard club. I don't know where to actually play it, so we'll just play it there. And then I'll discard the rest of my hand, you know? 2, 3, 4. Take a shot, Very Merry on Birthday, Tweedledee Tweedledum, and a spade. Alright. Hearts is close to winning. The thing is, Jafar can't really afford to... I'm going to go here to the Oasis. I'm going to activate the Snake Staff for 1 power to find a Hypnotize in my discard pile. So that's step 1. I still gain the 3 though. And then I think funnily enough what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Necessary Sacrifice to get, I can't believe I'm doing this, to get rid of the Snake Staff to gain 3 power, and then I'm going to spend the full 8, and we have 1 power left to Hypnotize the Genie. And now I just got to move the lamp over. So we do got to shuffle now. I think Jafar's the first villain who's had to shuffle his deck this game. Alright. We'll give it some of that. We'll get some of this. And then we will draw 1 card, which will be Manipulation. Which will only really work if he had a discard pile. Over here to Maleficent now. The thing is, Queen of Hearts probably wins next turn if Maleficent doesn't fate her, but it would be so useless to fate her. I'm gonna stand still here. Not sure. If I was the Maleficent player, and if this game only had 1 winner, the game would be over. If I was the Maleficent player and knew that this game was going till there were 3 winners, I wouldn't really care if the Queen of Hearts won because I'm confident that I can outrun Jafar. So I think what I'm doing is I'm going to the forest, I'm gaining 3, and I'm spending 3 to play a green fire to the mountains, and ending my turn by drawing up and drawing a Vanish, apparently. Hoping that by some miracle that she can beat Jafar. I'm going to go to the Hedge Maze, gain 3, I'm going to spend 1 of that to activate this club, and then I'm going to spend 4 to play Take a Shot. It's 5 cards, right? Top 5 cards. If the total cost is less than the total strength of all your wickets, you make the shot and win the game. Okay, the strength of my wickets, I got 3, 2, so that's 5, that's another 5, and then that's, so 12. That's 2, oh, wait, it's not in the camera angle. That's 2, 5, 7, 7, 8. The Queen of Hearts is our second winner of the game. All our card dudes back. Take a Shot was the last card. The other Take a Shot was the bottom card of the deck. Alright, the Queen of Hearts is going to move on. I feel like Queen of Hearts typically makes it through these games faster. But now here's the problem. Maleficent's at win condition, and Jafar can't do much. That's the That's the thing about these games. I think out of all this, Jafar was the one who was destined to lose the most. Luckily, though, there is a fate and an activate at the same location. So I'm going to move here. I'm going to activate Iago because it only takes one, right? Activate Iago for one and move him and the lamp over. And then fate Maleficent. And let's see what we get. We get Sword of Truth and Once Upon a Dream. We're going to play Once Upon a Dream. Don't you dare. I swear to God, the cat's back. You know what? Yeah, we'll let him... I'm going to move the stuff. We'll let him lay on the table over here. The problem is right now, being that this is a new place, he's scenting everything. So he wants to get everywhere and rub up against everything that he's never seen before, which would be all of my Villainous sets. Because he's my girlfriend's cat, and I wasn't living with my girlfriend until about a week ago. And now he's found something on the ground that he wants to play with. Alright, anyway, I'll discard this Forest of Thorns. And, means Maleficent just has to go to Briar's Cottage, gain 2, and spend 3 to play a green fire again. And that's probably going to be it. I didn't do much. Raven, if the Raven showed up, I think Maleficent may have won a long time ago. Because the Raven is an amazing card. I'll go back over to Jafar, who has no money. No money and no bitches. Go over to Street Jagger, discard my whole hand. Gain 1, and we'll fate. But first we'll draw back up. We get Scrying, Scarab, Sorcerer's Power, Necessary Sacrifice. We'll keep that Sorcerer's Power just in case. That's a really useful card at the end of the game. We draw Sword of Truth again, and Flora. Alright, well, we get nothing from that. We'll just play Flora here, and with that, Maleficent is the third and final winner of this game. Alright. Kind of expected Jafar to lose, not gonna lie. So I'm not shocked. But out of all the villains on this table, he is my favorite one to play. Which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Maybe if the lamp wasn't as far down in the deck, maybe he would have got done faster. But what can you do? Alright. That is it. Jafar has been crossed off. Well, he's going to be. He's going to be crossed off of the tournament chart. Which is right here. Jafar is gone. And that only leaves 2 matches left of round 2. That leaves Shere Khan versus Scar versus Prince Sean from Introduction to Evil versus Madam Mim. And Yzma versus Evil Queen versus Syndrome versus Ursula from Introduction to Evil. And I'll try to get those done before... Wow, this was an extremely short game of Villainous. Only 38 minutes, really? And I wasn't even trying to rush it like I was that one game. Crazy. But yeah, I'll try to get these done before Ernesto, Hans, and the Sanderson sisters come out. And when they come out, I will then start round 3 of the tournament with our new villains here. And also, I'll probably put a YouTube video on my channel of just playing as those 3 to see what they're like. But yeah, thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next round. Goodbye.